Hello, everyone. Just give me a few minutes while I get everyone situated. Bear with me. All right. Hello. Welcome in. So I kind of used a different setup today. So bear with me with this as I'm trying to figure out the best way to be online and to, be able to work with people. Hello, Duchess. Welcome in. Awesome. So let's see. So we should be streaming all over the place. So we should be streaming on Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok and YouTube and IG. So welcome in. Today we're going to be discussing our holistic communities. We're going to be doing a deep dive. I'm going to be showing you our communities and what we have to offer. So if you are new to my space or new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field, and they're all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say that I went to school so you don't have to. Hey, little sassy, how are you? And so today we're going to be kind of looking at the communities that I've built and the courses that I have to offer over this next year. So I had a physical practice for about 15 years in Virginia, brick and mortar, and I closed it in 2023 to move overseas, so to leave America and to focus a lot more on educating the general public about holistic medicine and holistic care. So let me go ahead and share this out. Hold on one second. Bear with me. Very cool. Awesome. If you share and like, that would be great. So if you are on YouTube or IG or any of the other things other than TikTok, apologize, I will switch the camera around in a moment. If you are on any other platform other than that, you can see right now we have our Welcome to Holistic Life. I'm going to actually switch the camera around now. So bear with me. Hold on one second. Let me see how I do this while I'm live. Maybe I did like a dual screen. No? Hold on one second for me as I figure out how to. Let me see if that. Okay, I think that'll cover it. Okay, so here, let me go over here. I'm gonna pull it up. I apologize, my camera is a little foggy. My apologies. Let me go ahead. I think, let me, wait 1 second. Okay, perfect. So you should be able to see my screen. Let me pull up the other screen. Okay, perfect. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. So these are our 3 lifestyle communities that I've built online. And so when you click the link in my bio, you will be, so I guess let me back it up. Right now, I'm teaching an Intro to Holistic Medicine course. It's a 12-week course. It has 3 parts to it. The first part is like a foundations to holistic medicine, understanding holistic medicine suppression, understanding the background of holistic medicine, the history, and then we get into subjective data, which is what the patient tells us, objective data, which is something we can prove with a lab assessment. And then in the second part, we go over the modalities, so nutrition, stress management. This week, we're moving into movement and structured living. Next week, we get into natural remedies for the part 2. And then part 3, we work on building a, pretty much a holistic health plan for yourself. So you learn how to build a care plan for yourself. So as a part of the group, you'll have discussion topics. So there are three membership groups that I have available. One is our holistic health coaching cohort. So after our intro to holistic medicine 1, you will be able to move on to holistic medicine, intro to holistic medicine 2, which deepens the understanding. In holistic medicine 1, our subjective data, we use a nutritional assessment questionnaire to see where your nutrient deficiencies are. In the and then also objective, we use pHs and heart rate. For Hey Wireless, for our intro to holistic medicine 2, we're going to be using a detoxification questionnaire, and we're going to be focusing mainly on the urinary pH as well as bowel transit time as well. So once a person moves into a holistic medicine 2, so let's go ahead and open up this coaching cohort. So if a person is interested in holistic health coaching cohort, meaning that they want to do the year-long program, so I have a year-long program in holistic health coaching. It's 12 months, and then it has 12 modules. It doesn't necessarily mean that it takes that long to complete those modules. It is self-paced, so you can complete them faster, but it's designed to do them over 12 months. So once we get into the communities, there's several different modules here. So we kind of start off with building out your core values as a holistic health coach, what it is that you want to create in the world, what it is that you want to create, and really your intention, who you want to impact. So we really kind of get started there. And then it builds upon that, how to build a successful practice, and then how to master that consultation skill. So again, it just continues to go on and on and on. There's resources, there's tools. Each module, once you get into the modules, we have video tutorials. So that we don't have an active class right now for this cohort. But once you get in there, there are discussion topics that are required. We have information kind of already set here where, we have the weeks that we have already laid out. I have taught this class once before. So we have all the weeks shared out and then all of the instructionals. And then a person would go in and just comment below in the discussion. So we have the 12 modules, and each module has video tutorials to it. So that's the discussion aspect. There is a learnings tab within all of the holistic health coaching aspects. All of the communities, there's a learnings tab. So at the top, in each one of these communities, there's a discussion tab, a learning tab, a members tab, an events tab, a leaderboard, and an about. Hopefully you can see it with my dusty camera. My apologies. So under the learnings tab, there's all sorts of different courses. Now, I have something to announce. I haven't quite announced it quite yet. So I have built out several different individual courses that somebody can take. So we have our Intro to Holistic Medicine 1, we have our Intro to Holistic Medicine 2, we have our new patient orientation as well that I'm building out to really pre-educate our new patients about holistic medicine and what they need to know, and then the certification. So once we launch, there are several different collectives that I like to call them. So patients can do these collectives as well. They don't have to be in the holistic health coaching cohort. So if they want to, let's say, go deeper on a specific topic. So the topics that we have are resilient mindset as a collective. So all of my education's around resilient mindset, including, quizzes, including handouts, including video tutorials, and all kinds of lesson information will be under these particular collectives based off of the topic. So we have resilient mindset, we have a cardiovascular health, we have one for shadow work and ancestral healing, we have one for time freedom and productivity, we have one for holistic nutrition, we have one for sleep and circadian rhythm, we have one for detoxification and metabolic reset, We have one for, hey, Star Girl, hey, Frater. We have one, hey, Danielle. We have one for holistic nervous system reset. We have one for an emotional intelligence and self-mastery, one for balancing metabolic health and weight management, one for gut health and digestive healing, one for hormonal balance, one for autoimmunity and inflammation, one for holistic parenting, one for sustainable and conscious living, one for conscious money and abundance, how to build a holistic business. And then also too, I have actually 3 podcasts. I have Decolonize Your Healthcare, which is a podcast dedicated to, again, decolonizing your healthcare and understanding, where healthcare is and how to deconstruct it. And then we also have Respect Black Women, which is a podcast for Black women, about Black women, really uplifting Black women's voices. And then I have Health Tech Goddess, which is all about health tech, because I'm really big into health tech. And then we have one more. Oh yeah, Confessions of a Holistic Doctor, which I just released like 3 new episodes of Confessions of a Holistic Doctor. So definitely check that out. Hey Naga, you changed your profile. Look at you. Okay, so these are the individual collectives, and so these will actually be tracks that the holistic health coaches can take. So then there's 3 or 4 tracks that they can take if they want to focus in on, let's say, mindset and nervous system, or they want to focus in on digestive health, or they want to focus in on nutrition or whatever. So there's various different components. Okay, so everyone should have access right now just to the Intro to Holistic Medicine course. So once you open this up, the Intro to Holistic Medicine course, it has the course materials laid out. So we see, and again, I apologize, TikTok, because it looks a little fuzzy. So right now we are in week 7. So we started off with ethics and healing and suppression of holistic medicine. We then moved into subjective data analysis, motivational interviewing, and bias. Then we move into integrating subjective and objective data. We moved into implementing therapeutic order and ethical practice, nutrition, stress, and then this week is physical health. So once you're in there, you would start the course naturally. Each course has, or each section, if you will, hey, Danae, has video tutorials as well. And like I said, it kind of lays everything out for you alongside, so you can go through the course. Again, it's self-paced. It has reading. Sometimes I've summarized the readings for you, so you don't have to necessarily invest in the book, but if you want to, you can go deeper. So this summarizes all of the readings, etc. And it just goes through individually each lesson, what they're about, and all of the various information. So that is that. So really excited about how we've organized that. So that's our Intro to Holistic Medicine 1. So that's the only course that is offered at this time. But then probably in the next couple weeks, those other collectives that you see will be offered. So again, individual can start just that individual course. Like if they want to work on a resilient mindset, they'll have that information, versus, let's say, if they're doing more of like, a long-standing course, like a 12-month course. So this particular community, again, is for holistic health coaching. We have multiple members right now that are working towards that. And so we're really excited to have them. In each one of the groups, there's also an events tab. So we have all of my teachings, trainings, etc. for the week. So you'll see I set the calendar. So we have my morning flow class. So I teach a morning flow class every morning at 6 a.m. That class is really designed to set the intention of your day. And then I teach 1 to 2 lunch and learns per week. So this week I taught heart rate variability on Tuesday. And then today you see I'm teaching a deep dive into our holistic communities, because I've had a lot of questions about the communities and how they work and all of those things. Hello, Evolving Seeds. And then the yellows, so the purples are my lunch and learns, the orange is my flow classes, and then the yellows are our intro to holistic medicine. So all the class features will be within the course shell, and again, it has access. You'll receive an email, you'll receive a link. Some of the some of the classes are private classes, but most of the classes I teach on TikTok, YouTube, IG, LinkedIn, wherever you're streaming me on. So you gain it throughout, right? So if you don't necessarily want to invest in the course, you can hit the bell, watch them live. I usually will keep them up maybe a couple days after I record them, but then they'll be closed off, sealed, and put in its appropriate collective. So just so you know that. There's a leaderboard as well. So people, as they are working through, so we see all of our students working through, and then there's different benefits naturally with that. So our holistic health and coaching cohort, again, is a 12-month course. We have a group of people working through our intro to holistic medicine course right now, and then eventually we'll move on to holistic medicine 2, and then their modules. So this is this particular community. So that's the intention. If you want to treat others, if you want to learn the business side of this and learn how to do this as a profession. So now we have our holistic lifestyle community. This community, hey Tata Kisses, this community is for people that want to just learn how to heal themselves as well as their families. So coming over here, we have announcements, welcome, holistic education, support, business professional, lifestyle information, resources, tools, and fun and engagement. So when we go into a tab here, we already have lots of information. So again, we're in holistic medicine intro 1. So we have lots of conversation going on right now about that. But you'll see there's a lot of free resources available, different videos, and different handouts and things like that. So let me go over here to the side so you can kind of look at these resources. So in all of the communities, there is a holistic life app companion. So I have a app that will give you kind of daily. So we have different courses that are run through the app, and it's companion. So it'll give you daily email, and then in your app it'll give you a daily we call it Everyday RX. So it's what you would do as a prescription for the day to be able to work through. So let's say you're taking Resilient Mindset Collective, and you also have the companion app with it. What you can do is what you're learning in that Resilient Collective, you can then apply to the companion app. So every day it'll give you what your tasks are, what you need to complete, etc. It's just a more direct way to learn the information. We also have a holistic medicine guide that is a, hey, Black is Beautiful, that is a PDF that is, has pretty much how to transform your life into a holistic one that goes over physical health, environmental health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and ancestral health. And it's workbook style, so it does have questions and things like that. And it's all free within our communities. You just have to be a part of the community. There's also a healthy eating guide as well. Again, another kind of workbook style resource. In Intro to Holistic Medicine 1, we do have a 30 Days to Mindful Eating guide that is really helpful as well. If you need to order lab tests and you don't have insurance, there's a link to be able to order those lab tests using my NPI number. And so that way you can have access to different testing, whether that is basic testing or advanced testing, you have access to both. So when I say basic versus advanced, I mean your basic blood tests like you would have at your PCP's office. That's going to be more of your basic blood panels. So my normal, I have a basic panel and a comp panel, and both of those panels are listed in there with the cash rates that I've negotiated. Also, to advanced panels. So if you want to look at heavy metals, or you want to look at your hormones, or you want to look at your nervous system, etc., you can order a lab test. And then once I receive the results, I'll process the results for you and provide you a summary and a report. Also, too, access to nutraceuticals, which are pharmaceutical grade supplements, through our dispensary. So sometimes, like next week in Intro to Holistic Medicine, we'll be talking about supplementation. We'll be talking about all the different components of supplementation. And so you'll want to make sure that you have a good source of healthy supplementation. And so this is really where you can gain access to that. Also, if you're in Intro to Holistic Medicine, you need pH strips, you can gain those through the dispensary. So those are some of the free resources that are available within that. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to go over with you in this particular. No, most of the time it has the discussions and information within it. Right now, we're really focused in on the Intro to Holistic Medicine course. So that's really where most of my attention is going in. So usually every week, I'll probably have to move these, but usually every week I will announce. So like I said, we're in week 7. So I announce out, what we're talking about, what we're discussing, what the classes are for the week, what to bring, if anything, all of those sorts of things. So goes over that. And that's that particular community. Okay, so now let's look at Pure Black. So Pure Black, again, is more of an Afro-Indigenous community. So we're focusing in on what affects the Black community and how to facilitate healing within the Black community. Right now, everybody is in, again, Learnings tab. Everybody's in Intro to Holistic Medicine 1, but eventually we'll break off. So one of the collectives that I have is shadow work and ancestral healing. So this particular collective, we do more of a deep dive into your genetics and into the impact of colonization. I teach you how to gain access to that information and that data to be able to see how you were impacted by colonization so that you can learn how to deconstruct. So deconstruction is an important job for each and every one of us to participate in. We've all been kind of indoctrinated, if you will, into various systems of white supremacy, of patriarchy, misogyny, those sorts of things. And so doing the shadow work helps you to see and uncover your biases, helps you to be able to reclaim yourself, and helps you to be able to really just transform your life on a very deep level. If you've ever had a situation where you've done all of, like, let's say you've done a lot of mental work and you've done a lot of emotional work and you're still not getting the manifestations that you want, it probably has to do with the fact that there's something within the shadow that needs to be healed, or something within the ancestor that needs to be healed. Let me review these collectives really quick. So our new patient orientation collective that I'm working on right now is for new patients of my practice. I still do treat patients. I just am very selective with the patients that I take on right now. Like I said, I've been in practice 20 years. There's not a whole lot I haven't done yet, in holistic medicine that I wanted to do. So I've worked with a myriad of patients. The 5 patient groups that I tend to work with are people that struggle with mental health, people that struggle with chronic disease, all aspects of chronic disease. So we're talking digestive, hormonal, neurological, pretty much, any sort of chronic disease, hypertension, diabetes, etc. Any sort of chronic disease I've worked with for the most part. Also, too, I work with a lot of high-level professionals and helping them execute. So I do executive level coaching. And then I work with families who want to transition their lives from a more conventional practice into a holistic one. And then I also work with people with metabolic health, people that want to lose weight, gain weight, and then athletes. So all of that information and just, particular information about what it means to be a patient in holistic medicine, because it's a very different experience than being a patient, let's say, in conventional medicine. So that is what that collective is. Again, right now we're in Intro to Holistic Medicine 1, and then we'll take probably like a three-week break in between classes, and then I'll start up Intro to Holistic Medicine 1 again, and then I'll also start Intro to Holistic Medicine 2. Okay, and then we talked about our holistic health coaching certification. This is for, again, people that want to continue on and get a certification as a holistic health coach. Now let's talk about the Resilient Mindset Collective. So anything that you want to create must begin with the mind. So what does that mean? So it must begin with your mental and your emotional state. So your mental state meaning your mindset, what you're telling yourself, your mental diet, and furthermore, your discipline. So it can get you tripped up quite a bit, meaning that, you may set an intention for something and then begin to execute it and then, fail for whatever reason. And so in the Resilient Mindset Collective, we really break down limiting beliefs, core beliefs, subconscious mind, conscious mind, and we really get really clear about what mindset is serving you and what mindset is not serving you, and practically. So if you have a negative mindset, if you have a tendency to overthink, if you have a tendency to self-sabotage, if you have a tendency to be in fear mode, I definitely recommend the Resilient Mindset Collective because it really helps you to clear all of that out. Okay, so now our holistic cardiovascular health. So this is geared for people with hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, metabolic health disorders, and it goes through my various different protocols related to those particular conditions, and it's guided through. Again, you'll always have access to me to ask questions and things like that, but the cardiovascular collective really goes deep into specific at-home testing that you can do, and different protocol remedies and all kinds of things, dietary. Like the collective has a meal plan, a cardiometabolic meal plan in there for you as well. So that's what that collective is about. We talked a little bit about the shadow work. Again, it's going to go deeper into, hey, Daphne, it's going to go deeper into, hey, I guess that would be Auntie Megan. So the shadow work, ancestral healing, again, that collective goes deeper into, I'm doing a deep dive into our communities. And these are all of, I haven't officially launched these yet. This is a soft launch, but we'll go over more of these on Saturday too. But these are our small collectives. These are I should also mention that these are all 4-week this is just our lunch and learn. So we have Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have lunch and learns at 12. So it's not a part of your Intro to Holistic Medicine class. It's kind of like an additional class. I teach a lot. So thank you for being here. Okay, so these are all 4-week courses. So they're really short. So they're cut and dry. So our Intro to Holistic Medicine 1 and 2 are longer. They're those 12-week courses because it's 4 weeks. But these collectives are really short, really like to the point. They're 4 weeks in and out, and they're broken down on a weekly basis. So much easier, much more manageable than our longer format courses. But I still do our longer format courses as well. Okay, so shadow work really gets into that subconscious mind. I'm trained in applied Jungian theory, and so the work of Carl Jung. And so I get deeper into subconscious, conscious, and how to look at your shadow. I teach you how to do shadow work, and I teach you how to also different aspects of ancestral healing. We get into family constellation therapy within shadow work and ancestral healing. So again, I work with you on healing your shadow and healing the unseen that is impacting you. Okay, so the next collectives are of time freedom and productivity. This is more of an executive coaching collective. Again, this is how to really manifest your time, create your time, double your time, quadruple your time, and really be more effective and productive to be able to execute and get things done. So this is helpful if you are constantly running late, if you're constantly behind with things, if you can't seem to you can't seem to master your time, and you're overwhelmed and you're confused and you don't know what to do, and you're not able to get as many things done as you want to get done. This is a really good collective for you because it's about really making peace with your time and being more productive. All right. Holistic nutrition is a course about mastering your diet. So, talking about macro and micronutrients and really breaking down how to build a plate, how to build a meal plan, and how to execute on that meal plan and different pitfalls that happen with your nutrition. The next collective we're going to go over is your sleep and circadian rhythm. So sleep and circadian rhythm, pretty self-explanatory. So this is for a collective for learning all about your circadian rhythm, learning about sleep, learning about the different aspects of sleep, learning how to heal your sleep. I break down sleep into 3 parts, being able to fall asleep, stay asleep, and then naturally waking up refreshed. So we go over those different components. We go over the aspects of sleep and different challenges that happen with sleep, like sleep apnea, snoring, those kinds of things, restless sleep, insomnia. We'll go over all the various components of sleep and then how we can not only heal your sleep cycles, but also heal your circadian rhythm. Another collective that we have is detox and metabolic reset. So this is specifically about detoxification. We get into detoxing your liver in this particular collective. We work on, so we do it's like a 3-week detoxification in this. So we talk about detoxification preparation, how to prepare the metabolic system for detoxification, and how to detoxify properly. We do go over a couple other detoxification tools like juicing and fasting and things like that, but this is specifically geared towards your liver. So this would be this is a good collective if you want to learn about detoxification, if you want to learn how to detoxify, your liver in a healthy way, and also to be able to sustain your metabolic health. So that's a good collective for that. Really good if you've been exposed to mold, if you're, fatigued, if you're lethargic, and you just, again, need a good reset. Okay, the next collective I'm going to go over is nervous system reset. So this one is if you find yourself, with a lot of nervous system challenges. So again, anxiety, depression, worrying, restlessness, those sorts of things. It's to help to reset your nervous system specifically. So you won't be able to see this page quite yet. So that's why I'm doing a video on it. This actually will be eventually it'll be under your courses. So let me see, hold on one second. So eventually it will be under your learnings tab. Right now in the community, you only have access to this course, Intro to Holistic Medicine. So eventually you'll be able to get this. Oh, you know what? I didn't even know that it wasn't sharing my screen over here. Okay, cool. So now we're good. Okay, so yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so so the holistic nervous system reset. This will get into polyvagal theory, which we touch on in Intro to Holistic Medicine 1. It'll get into how to, again, reset your nervous system. So we get into a lot of breath work. We get into a lot of meditation. We get into a lot of how to utilize the breath to, again, reset your nervous system. Okay, in that same kind of vein, yes. Okay, here, let me show you how to choose a community. Hold on one second. All right, so coming back here. All right, let's look over here. Okay, so you should have access to here, right? So when you join the class, so let's say let me go to YouTube really quick. Hold on. All right. So let's say you join from my YouTube page, right? And you go to the little link in my bio, and the link in my bio is in all of my socials. So every single social will have the same link in the bio. So this is my link in the bio page, right? And you scroll down, enroll into Intro to Holistic Medicine. If you already know you're going to be in this, if you know that if you don't want to be in the course, that's fine. You can just skip through to the community. But this, you click on this, fill out the form, you get the email, you've already done that. Boom. Okay. So now once that has been done, once that's been done, you'll have access to these three communities. You'll have the Pure Black, which is for Afro-Indigenous people, Holistic Lifestyle Community, which is for healing yourself and your community. And then if you want to do holistic health coaching and kind of go on with me, this is this community. So you'll have all of these communities that you can choose from. Okay, so then you pretty much just choose one. It'll click the link and then it'll invite you in. So I've already added you, actually, Daphne. I think you're in 2 communities already. So once you're in the community, in fact, let me take a look. Yep, there you are right there, my love. So there you're in the community already. And so as a for instance here, let me so I will tag you in it. Perfect. So you're already in. So there you go. So then you're in the community and you can start to engage. So once you're in the community, there's discussion. So this is where we discuss. You only see the green. What do you mean? You only see the green? Oh, this one? Hold on. This one? Uh-huh. The green one? This one is the green one, the Holistic Lifestyle Community. They're the purple one. Yeah, okay. So let me see. I just tagged you in the coaching cohort. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so I just tagged you in the coaching cohort. So maybe you know what? I know what it is. So if you click on this, like onto the side here, so there'll be like a little house button, and then there'll be the 3, because I'm on my phone right now. I can't show you on my phone. Oh, no. You're fine. You're totally fine, my love. No. You're all good. It's all good. Yeah, be easy. Yeah. That's why I do these. Yeah. So if you're on your phone, you're gonna click this little like house, and then there's gonna be like it'll do like a little pop up. So you like barely see it. Like it won't even be like that big. But it'll have these little cubes. Do you see that? If you look on that. So once you kind of open up, it'll have the coaching cohort and the lifestyle community to the side. So it's like really, really subtle. So I can do like a little phone video and post it. And I don't mind, ask as many questions as you want. Hey, Victoria, if you kind of scope it in, ask as many questions as you want, and I will, again, create content to answer them. Okay, so if you click on here, there'll be a couple tabs here. So the coaching cohort, and then the lifestyle community. I think you're only a part of 2. I didn't see you a part of the other one. So yeah, so I know it's a little tricky on the phone. So just like click the little house, and then it should open up where you have these little tabs right here. I also just tagged you in the Holistic Health cohort. So you should get an email that says you've been tagged. And so take a look at that as well. You should get emails that will also tell you like, hey, this is dropped in this cohort, or this is dropped in that cohort. So it should be there. Did you get it? Were you good? Oh, well, there's just one more. There's just the Pure Black community. If you want to join that one, there's only 3 communities. So the 3 communities are Pure Black, the Holistic Health Coaching cohort, and then the Holistic Lifestyle community. So those are the 3 communities. So there's only 3, but they'll all have access to similar things, right? Except I kind of hone in a little bit more. Yay! Awesome. Wonderful. Exactly. Okay, so now let's go back to our cohort. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, here, let me go back here. Okay, so now we're back here. We're going to share this tab instead. Okay, so now moving on, we have a 4-week emotional intelligence and self-mastery. So this course is all about emotional intelligence. You're so welcome. It goes over, again, yay, very cool. Yay, awesome. Yes, well, then you'll be all good. I know, and that one will get a lot more into ancestral traumas and things like that. Okay, so the emotional intelligence self-mastery is all about building emotional resilience. It's all about mastering your emotions, building self-awareness, and really naming and claiming your emotions so that you have better agency over them. So that's what that course is for. Again, all of these courses are 4 weeks long, so they're nice and right and tight. And I haven't launched any of these courses yet, so you shouldn't be able to see any of them, but you will eventually. Okay, so this one is for metabolic health and weight management. So this is talking about how to speed your metabolism up, how to slow your metabolism down, whatever it is you want to do with your metabolism. I am a master at blood chemistry. So we do get a little bit more into blood chemistry, blood sugar dysregulation, and how that impacts your weight. And so this is a real kind of nitty gritty course in terms of your numbers, and how to get your numbers to align with what your goals are. So this class is very much for metabolic health, losing weight, gaining weight, maintaining your weight. It's all to do with your metabolism and how your metabolism relates to your weight. Okay, this other course is Healthy Gut Program. So this is, again, is a 4-week course. This one is around gut health. So any kind of digestive issues, IBS, IBD, colitis, Crohn's, that sort of thing. This course is developed to help heal that. So gut healing is like a 4 to 5 part process. And so it goes over that 5-part process of removing the allergens out of the food, out of your diet, cleaning your digestive system up, and really healing the digestive system from the top down. What you're eating, how you're breaking down, digesting and assimilating it, and how you're using the nutrients, and really working on healing that gut microbiology in your gut microbiome. Okay, moving along. This course is Hormonal Balance Collective. So this course is all about your hormones, balancing your hormones. So if you have cycle challenges, like with your menstrual cycle, perimenopause, premenopause, and menopause, it goes over all of it in terms of how to balance your hormones. Also, we'll touch on fibroids. We'll touch on various different hormonal imbalances that happen with the system, PCOS, those sorts of things. So that course is specifically for those particular conditions. All right. This course, Autoimmunity and Inflammation, is just that. It's for autoimmune conditions, any kind of autoimmune condition, whether it is Sjorgen's, which is more of a thyroid-related issue, Lyme disease, what's another autoimmunity? RA, which is rheumatoid arthritis, any sort of autoimmune reaction, lupus, those sorts of things, and how the body begins to attack itself and generate inflammatory process. So that course is for that. Holistic parenting. So this course is about conscious parenting, gentle parenting, about how to raise your children in a holistic lifestyle. I have a 21-year-old daughter that I raised completely holistic. So I teach you about homeopathy, how to use that, how to use herbs, and like your common like cough, cold, flu, that sort of thing, but also things like teaching your children about emotions, teaching your children about, how to manage themselves in school and those sorts of things. And it's really focused, mainly on parenting and how to parent in a more holistic perspective. I know. Oh my gosh, I know. So it's like so wild. Isn't it crazy to like have a whole grown adult running around? Like it's insane. Okay, the Sustainable and Conscious Living Collective is all about, so I'm trained in classical feng shui. So it goes over how to really build more of, oh my gosh, wow, oh my gosh, 5 adult children. Wow, that's amazing. I had one and was like worn out. So the Sustainable and Conscious Living, it goes into really how to bring this into your life. So it talks about feng shui. It talks about, detoxifying your environment. So it goes into your beauty products, your cleaning products, all the kinds of things. So you kind of detox out your lifestyle. But one of the things I really love about this particular course is, again, we bring in elements of feng shui. Again, I'm trained in classical feng shui, so it gets into all of that. We'll go into the baguas and how to really make sure that your environment is synergistic to what you want to create in your world. Conscious money and abundance. I've taken like so many money courses from so many different great, amazing money leaders. Just name one. I've taken their course. So I kind of put all of what I've learned from all the gurus into conscious money and abundance. And so conscious money and abundance is about manifesting money, holding on to money, building money. It's really more so about your relationship with money and how you create and build money. And these are just some of them. Again, we'll probably have some more coming up, but these are the ones to start. Then we have how to build a holistic business. So I have an MBA in business. I've owned 5 companies within the holistic health space. I've been in the holistic business for over 20 years. I have my first company when I was 17. So and I'm 40 now. So I have really done the gamut in the business of holistic medicine. So that course is really geared towards teaching you how to create a holistic business and one that's sustainable. We do touch into it in the into the holistic health coaching. We do talk about it because I want to make sure that you're successful and your return on your investment. But this one goes deeper into kind of how to build more of a conscious business. And then the last one, which will be open here soon, I'll put it in here. These are all of my podcasts. So again, I have about 3 podcasts. My Confessions of a Holistic Doctor, I just released 3 new episodes on that one. So I'll put that in there. So these are all of our little mini collectives. So these collectives, again, are 4 weeks long and they're really short. And what we do is, if you're in the holistic health coaching program, you will go through your modules, but then you'll also have tracks that you'll be able to do. So the tracks will be like 3 of these put together, and there's specific tracks. I'll have to pull the information because I don't have the tracks off the top of my brain because we group them together. So it'll be like 4 weeks of let's say we do resilient mindset collective, time management, and shadow work in one collective, and we call that, one group, and we call that, I don't know, the mindset track or whatever. That's not what it is, but just so you kind of understand, it just helps you to give in a focus area because all of these are individual. You can purchase these or get these even if you're not in the holistic health coaching cohort. So these are in addition to what modules we have within there. So that is that. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to go over today. Nope. Right now, we just have our intro to holistic medicine. Somebody did ask me, if they've fallen behind, can they catch up? These are all self-paced. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, now I have to get it all done. It's self-paced. I do have specific launch times where we structure them, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. You can meet it where you are. Naturally, we do want to make sure that if you are doing a year-long program that, it doesn't turn into a 12-year program. So we do want to make sure, that there's efficiency with that. So we'll work it out though. So that's the learnings tab. Under the events tab, I just want to bring that to your awareness. Under the events tab, definitely pay attention to this because I do put all of the events out there. So notice we have our morning flow. We have our lunch and learn. So that's our lunch and learn for today. Woo woo, we're almost done with this. And then our next class we have tomorrow morning is our morning flow class at 6 a.m. Again, if I don't, for whatever reason, like Tuesday, I literally woke up at 7 o'clock because I was working really late. And so I was like, oh, okay, no morning flow today. So normally I will start going live at 6 a.m. If I'm not live by 6:15, then pretty much I'm not going live that day. And so then from there, you'll go to, hold on, let me move this share tab over. Okay, so then you'll pretty much, you can look at the playlist. The morning flows are already on my thing. So let me go to my, YouTube so you can see it where the playlists are. So on the playlist, we have my morning flows. Those are all on there. The Intro to Holistic Medicine course, here's our playlist. So if you're in that class, I would definitely save this playlist because I update it. I update this playlist probably like Sunday, Monday. Hey, Monica, thanks for coming in. Hey, Obsidian, thanks for coming in. So I update this playlist. I usually do like 4 to 6 videos content for your Intro to Holistic Medicine course. So they like accompany the content. So I put that in there. And then naturally we have all these other different playlists. My podcasts are all on here too. So Respect Black Women, Decolonize Your Healthcare, and then Confessions of a Holistic Doctor. And then I just have my more random content as well. So just so you see that, we have, like I said, the podcast here. I just released a few of these. I also have Nature Cure, which I'll start that up probably here shortly. Once we start the once we start the holistic health coaching program, then we'll work on that. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know what else. If you have any other questions for me, thank you so much for all the likes, Monica. I so appreciate you. Yeah, so this is our collectives and all the different educations that we have that I'm so excited to present to you. I know it's so much. I would say, okay, so the best thing to do obviously is be in your group. So get into your community. So which community that you're a part of. So I think you're part of all three. So we have, again, the holistic health coaching cohort, the holistic lifestyle community. Let me share this tab. And then the Pure Black community for Afro-Indigenous people. And then I would also then the playlist for Intro to Holistic Medicine, I would save that playlist. So that's what I would do. I would be in your community and I would save the playlist. I haven't transferred everything over to TikTok yet because, we still don't know what's going on with TikTok. It's kind of up in the air. So I didn't want to spend all this time putting all the content out there and then it go away. So until we get official, I'm a little nervous about just throwing it in, onto TikTok and then everything poof. So I would just for security purposes, I would just save the playlist. And remember, those little collectives that I showed you, those aren't available yet, so you don't have to worry about that. The only courses that are available are the Intro to Holistic Medicine 1. So the course that you're in right now, which we're in week 7, and so that's really the only one that you'll be able to have access to. So yay! Awesome. Well, this is a nice, quick and dirty 1 hour lunch and learn. I get in here, teach you guys something, and get out. Tomorrow morning, I will be. Let me flip this around. Let me get my life together. Hold on 1 second. All right, cool. So we're there. All right, so back on there, and then let me flip this little thing around. Hold on 1 second. Let me flip it. My phone is so destroyed. You have no idea. There we go. Flip camera. Okay, perfect. There we go, back. Okay, so that's what I would do. I would be in the community, and then from there, let me see. Let me put this over here. Okay, so yeah, I would be in the community and look at the discussions, because the communities you'll be able to follow through for your discussion topics. So I would follow your discussions there, and then watch the YouTube playlist. But I put the YouTube videos actually in your course shell, so you'll have them anyway. So yeah, it's just another place to kind of look for them or go to them or whatnot. My hair is looking crazy, for reals, really crazies. Okay, so cool. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Any other comments? Any other something? Lordy. Okay, I'm just going to start over with this hair situation. So, yeah, hey, Tata Kisses. Yeah, I need to retwist my hair. Look at this. Look at how my regrowth is, and I've got grays, and oh my gosh, this is so bad. So bad. Unacceptable, totally unacceptable. They would so have me whatever, but I just haven't done it yet. I need to it's a whole thing. It takes 2 hours to do. Yeah, I have so much regrowth. Oh my gosh, I know. And then I've got like this gray hair patch. This was my daughter. My daughter started like 1 or 2 gray hairs, and then my husband probably added all the rest of them. So yeah, it's like a whole thing, and I don't want to like pull them because then it's just gonna be even crazier. So, anywho, my crazy hair and regrowth and all the things, but anyway, yay, hey, Precious. Yeah, we just went through all of the communities and the collectives. I know it's a lot. It's going to be a lot, but we'll get it through. I just have so many. Like again, this is 20 years, like 20 plus years of educating and learning and growing and evolve. So many years of work. This is my legacy. That I'm building and leaving behind. So I'm so grateful for all of you for attending and supporting and encouraging and just being you. Like I just really am so grateful. We really, the current healthcare system is failing. It's been failing. And it's so sad to listen to so many stories that patients have of, they've been hurt, they've been injured, they've been, abused, they've been gaslit, they've been overtreated, all the things, right? And so to be able to really teach people how to be more proactive instead of reactive and not necessarily, have to be as dependent upon the conventional system, that's really my goal. So, all right, everyone, I am going to run along now and get some other work that I have to get done. I did kind of use a different OBS system today, so hopefully that worked out well. Who knows? But I love you all. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully in Morning Flow, 6 a.m. If not, I will see you Saturday for Intro to Holistic Medicine. We're going to talk all about our schedule, so structures for fulfillment and execution. So we'll talk about how to keep all these, all this stuff, right, organized and efficient so you can execute. So, all right, everyone, see you later on TikTok. Bye. Yes, I know, me too. I'm so glad. All right, cool. I'm going to go. Bye.